I'm Benita and welcome to CartMonk, your place to learn all about Shopify, WooCommerce, and growing your e-commerce store. This is part 1 of our Shopify beginner series where I'll guide you step by step to build your first Shopify store from scratch in 2025. By the end of this video, you'll have your Shopify account set up and your store ready to customize. And don't worry, I'll share pro tips and common mistakes to avoid so you can start off strong. Let's start by creating your Shopify account. For this, you may have to visit shopify.com and click on Start for Free Trial. Now, all you have to do is enter an email and create a password. So let me just go for something like this. Now click on Create Shopify Account. You can choose to skip this one, and then Shopify will then ask you a few questions like, are you already selling? Where would you like to sell? And stuff like that. Now we're moving to the next part where Shopify will ask you a few quick questions like, are you already selling? What type of store you own? Where would you like to sell? And stuff like that. You can always answer them and hit next to move forward. Common mistakes to avoid here is skipping the setup questions like these or entering random info can cause issues later when setting up shipping and taxes. So make sure you take some time and answer these questions. Now, once you're all set, you'll be able to see the Shopify dashboard, which looks like this. Now you can see this is called My Store, but don't stress too much about the store name right now because you can always change it later. Now think of this as your store's control center. Here's what you will find. The first thing you'll find is the home screen, your store's overview basically, and then products. Let me just take you around. So this is the products tab where you can add or manage your inventory, and your online store. You can simply customize how your website looks like. If I just click on this view button, the store currently looks like this, but you can always customize it according to your liking and brand. Then we also have settings tab where you can configure payment, shipping, and taxes. Let me just click on the settings to show you the different settings that you can manage. All right, nice. Another pro tip would be to bookmark your Shopify admin page for quick access while you're setting up your store. So let me just bookmark this one. Right. Now let's see how we can add our first product. Let's just go to this products tab and click on add product. All we have to do is enter product title and description, just like we do it for our WooCommerce stores. And then in the upcoming videos, we'll be seeing how we can add our products and do further necessary steps to start off our store. And right now you've simply signed up for Shopify, explored the dashboard, and you're off to a great start. And here are some checklists that you can check off to get started, starting with adding your first product, designing your store, adding store name, reviewing your shipping rates, and placing a test order, which we will do it one by one. But here are 6 tasks you can complete, which is basically a setup guide, which can help you set your store up and running. The first one here is enabling downloads with the digital products app. So in case you've chosen digital products to be sold while setting up your store, then this option will be there. You can browse for digital product apps in order to enable downloads, which I'm not going to focus right now. And then comes the next step, which is adding your first product and then designing your store, adding a store's name, reviewing your shipping rates, and then placing a test order. So we're just going to cover all of these steps in this video. Let's start off with adding your first product, which I will talk about it in detail. But right now, let's just quickly click on this add your first product. Click on this add product button. You can also go to products and then create one. But we're directly trying to do it from the onboarding panel. So let's just start off by entering a title for the product. Always use short, clear product titles and detailed descriptions with keywords your customers might search for. So let me just go with a t-shirt. Now all you have to do is upload a clear and a high quality image. So let's just click on this upload new button and use the image from the gallery. Now that we have uploaded a high quality clear image, let's go ahead and see what the next options are. You can also put them under a category, which is going to be called t-shirts for now in clothing tops. This is auto-filled. And then comes pricing and compare it price. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a price for this product. I'm just going to put it as 150, after which you can also set a cost per item, profit or margin if you want. And then comes inventory, where you can actually set quantities. I'm just gonna fill this up and then check these boxes if you want to continue selling when out of stock, or if you just want to enter an SKU for this particular product, then you can simply enter the SKU here. I'm just gonna call this BV001, and then comes shipping. You can decide if this is a physical product and add weight if essential. And then you can also click on this add custom information, where you can select country or region of origin. And then in case if this is a variable product, then you can just go for adding options like size or color. Right now it's simply blue and round based on the image that we have uploaded. You can also further put category meta fields to this by adding sleeve length type or age group or target gender or anything of your choice, right? And then comes search engine listing, which can also be edited by yourself. You can simply click on this edit button and change the page title and the meta description for it, and the URL handle as well. Nice. Now let's save these settings. Now we have just created our first product. If you simply click on this continue setting up your store, you'll be led to this setup guide again, where you can go for the next step, which is designing your store. So let's just click on this designing your store, and here you have to simply describe your products or brand in a few words to generate a custom theme for your online store. You can either choose to generate custom themes or browse pre-made themes. I'm going to go for the second option, which is browsing pre-made themes. So let me just go for something called the Dawn. Right now this is the current theme, so I'm just sticking to that. You can in fact try out your own themes if you want. Alright. Here are some popular free themes as well. So let me just try using this Horizon for now. And here you can see under the theme library, it's being installed. All you have to do is once this is successfully loaded here, you can publish or customize it further. I'm just changing the theme from the current theme, Dawn, to Horizon. So let's just see if that is possible. Now Horizon is just added. Now let's click on this publish. Since your online store is password protected, you may have to remove the password after you publish this theme. But right now I'm just simply going to publish this theme. Awesome. You can in fact enter the business name here and click on generate themes, and this will do the work for you. Well, here are some themes that you can try. You can also take a preview of it by clicking on this view demo button, and this is what your store would look like. You can simply close or try this theme if you want. So let me just click on this try theme, and you'll be able to see that this is also added to my theme library. Now I can simply publish it if I want. Great, I'm just publishing this one, and then your store's current theme is also selected. Well, on the right you can also see the checklist that is from the setup guide. We have done the basic steps, which is adding your first product and then designing your store. Next is adding a store name. So let's just click on this name store button, which will take you to this page, the settings page, where you can simply enter a store name. All right, I'm just going to call this Bench by Not 7. You can also choose a relevant name. And then this is the store email. You can also add a phone number if you want. Now click on the save button, and you've also completed the third step, which is adding your store name. This store name will be visible on your online store and on your customer receipts, but you can simply change the name if you would like to. And next comes reviewing your shipping rates, which you can simply click on, and then click on this review rates. This will take you to the shipping settings. And here you can simply choose this the shipping zone. Here you can notice that the shop location is currently set to India. All right. And then this is the domestic zone, and then comes standard rate. You can also edit this rate by clicking on this edit rate button and setting a price here. I'm just going to set it to something like this and click on done. So this is the standard shipping rate. And then if you're selling internationally, you can also see the conversion here. You can simply add rate if you want to, and then you can start shipping to more places if you want by adding your countries or regions here by clicking on this go to markets, and this will help you add other countries and regions. Now we're done with the fourth step as well, which is reviewing our shipping rates. Now all you have to do is simply click on the save button to save all the changes you have done. And next comes placing a test order. Now, one advantage of placing a test order is that you can simply see how the checkout process works, and you can in fact change the settings for order processing, inventory, shipping, email notifications, and taxes, and see if all of them are correct. All right. Also remember that you're not charged for the test orders, so you can simply place the test order during your store setup or whenever you make changes to your payment settings. You can also keep that as a later step. So let me just take you back to the main screen, and here we are. We have completed almost 4 tasks out of 6 to set up our store. And that's it. You have now signed up for Shopify, explored the dashboard, and even completed a few steps from the setup guide, and you're off to a great start. In the next video in this series, I'll show you how to customize your Shopify store design step by step so your store looks professional and matches your brand. If you found this tutorial helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Cartmonk for more Shopify tips and tutorials. And don't forget to check out part 2 where we make your store look more amazing. See you there.